promised you I would show you the material that I bought. So this from my local haberdasher was £6.25. I think, no, that's a code, it's not a size, but let's have a look. This is just absolutely, oh, big size. So this is Liberty, and it is cotton lawn, so it's very fine. It's going to have a nice drape to it. Often what I do when I get new fabric, because they're all finished with chemical to give them a more of a structure and a rigidity, is I'm tempted to hand wash it and not spin it out or anything like that. Just hand wash it and leave it to drip dry on the line. But that will take out any of the chemical that they put on it. I think it could be formaldehyde, but I'm not sure, that they put on to just give it that new rigidity. You know, when you get new sheets and they sometimes, well, I always wash them before I use them. So in the central pattern, if you can see, there's a stag there and a tree, and there's birdies and flowers, and I just thought it's really quite sumptuous, but it is quite small as well, the pattern. Good size piece of material, so I'm intending to get a fair bit of bedding out of this, and hopefully curtains for the upstairs room, and we'll see, but I think I will give that a wash. And now I know that they do this at my local store. I say £6.25 for a piece of fabric that big. Really, really pleased with that. I think I'm going to go and have a look and see what they've got. I know they do lots of fat squares and stuff like that, but some of those are really too thick, those pieces of cotton. But Liberty, and when it's cotton lawn, is absolutely lovely. I did pack away some of the other things that I bought, but I've bought some other white lawn to make bedding with, and this is what I really love to do. I want to make the bedding. The last time I made a mattress, I actually got hold of something that looked like ticking, and I made the mattress as authentically as I possibly could. Well, I have to see what happens this time. But I haven't got anything that looks like ticking at the moment, but I have got some nice white material. I've got some linen-y stuff, not linen, it's more sort of a calico. Anyway, I'll pull out all my materials another day and have a look. But I can't make the mattress until I've got the bed. And I've been looking online for a wrought iron bed. But anyway, hey ho, that's another thing. So what else have I bought? I bought, yesterday I was at B&Q and I got some little tiny weeny pins, really itsy bitsy pins. I don't have a particular need for them at the moment, but I know that they will be useful. And I just wanted to buy things. I got these from WH Smith, so they're paper fasteners, and I've seen online where if you snip off what I'd call the legs, and you could just use the top as jam jar tops. I did, when I was in B&Q, buy these bits of dowel. Now I know these aren't quite right, a long bit. So this is 6mm dowel. I think it's, 6mm. But anyway, this is pine dowel. I'm sure it'll come in useful for something. This is sort of pine quadrant. I don't think it's the right size, but it'll come in useful for something. And I was in the mood, I just wanted to buy something. I was going around looking for things and I couldn't find things I wanted to get, and I was doing all my, the price comparison malarkey online for tools and stuff. I'm the sort of person that if I'm going to do it, I want to do it now. I don't want to wait for ages to get things. So I've also bought from B&Q, I've bought wood dye. So I've got English light oak and I've got Georgian medium oak. So the furniture, most of the furniture I want to do in light oak, and the floor I was going to do in medium oak in most of the places. I might do light oak sort of like underneath the bed, but where there's lots more wear, I'll put on some medium oak. I will mess around with those and see what happens. They were a bit more expensive than I thought they were going to be. Got some new scissors from Dunelm, because the other pair of scissors I've got, I always seem to have glue and sticky on them. So they can stay my sticky scissors. £2.50 for 3 pairs of scissors at Dunelm. I also got from B&Q really good little needle files, and if I look at the receipts I could probably tell you how much that was. So the dowel was £2.37, the quadrant was £2.87. What else have we got? Needle file, they were £10. These were £16 each from B&Q. I got some paint tester pots. So this is Alberta. Try not to say it with an American accent because it doesn't work very well. So that's £2.25 for that one. What I'm thinking I might do is, obviously not obviously, but I have got quite a bit of white emulsion in the house. So I might use some of my acrylic paints or inks to colour them slightly to get, and to make up little pots of paint that I need. But anyway, that's not like brilliant white, but it's quite bright white for the ceilings in my little house. And I wanted something for a bit of a feature wall. So I've gone for this rather delicious, it's called Nice, that would go with, see the tealy colour in my fabric. So a coloured wall behind the bed, whichever wall is going to have the bed on it. And I got some Wix wood adhesive, which was considerably cheaper than the Gorilla Glue. And I know the Gorilla Glue is favoured by a lot of people, but it did look, looking at the ingredients, it did look incredibly toxic, and lots of warnings on it to use with well ventilated spaces and stuff like that. So I don't really like using things that are more toxic than absolutely necessary. And I got some more wet and dry sandpaper. I know we've got masses of sandpaper kicking around, but I think it's possibly mostly coarser, and I wanted really fine ones. I'm waiting for my wood to arrive, and I don't know how it sands, because it's not wood that I've used before. And I was in the range today, and I got some dark imitation leather cord. That was 99p. And if I can find an end, I don't know if this is going to be a bit thick for some projects, but we'll see. So there's that, and I got a little tiny resin kit. I don't really like this stuff because it's really stinky, but I thought, well, I might use that for a little bit of something. This is a paper piercer. This is only £1, and I'd seen people using this. So a nasty lethal tool with a very sharp point on it, but I thought, well, that'll be useful for like when I've got my floorboards and I'm making the what would look like nail holes. And so that was £1. these selection of craft tweezers, £1. I mean, for goodness sake, you know, for 4. And I bought some bamboo kebab sticks the other day. Can't remember where I got them from. Did I get them from Sainsbury's or somewhere else? But anyway, these were £1 from the range, so I thought, right, we'll have another 25 of those because they will come in useful, that's for sure. And I noticed that they had these. Oh goodness, I used to have masses and masses of silk embroidery threads that both of my grandmothers had used. They used to embroider tablecloths. Bearing in mind, my grandmothers were probably the age of other people's great-great-grandmothers. But so this has got 50 colours and £4.99. I mean, you know, it's got to be done, hasn't it? And I know I can take a length out and just take a couple of threads because I want to do some little bits of pretty on my bed sheets. So that's that. If not the sheets, it'll be the pillowcases. And I got some, can't remember how much this was, washi tape. This was £1 for, I've never used this washi tape. I don't know. Hey, it's a new adventure to me, but I think it's got a different sticky quality or something to other tapes. So £1. Anyway, I got my shopping fix done while I'm waiting for my other bits and pieces to be delivered, and I've been rummaging around the house looking at what tools we've got in the house. I haven't been in Paul's garage, I swear, honestly I haven't. That's sacred space, can't go and nick any of his tools, but I know there's all sorts of tools in the house that nobody really uses, which I will snaffle and bring in here. Oh, and I bought a new metal ruler from B&Q. I did have one before and I think that's gone in the garage, so Paul's claimed that from one I had. So anyway, I bought myself a new metal ruler. So, happy days, off and running, and I want to get making now. So anyway, let me know how you're getting on and what tools you've got and what's on your shopping list of things that you want, and what things that you found readily available in your local stores, because I know it's not always easy finding things locally without having to order them, and then of course you have to pay postage or whatever. So it's brilliant when you can find something local at a brilliant price. Okay, my lovely, talk to you soon. Bye now.